Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a Nikki Uncut. This is going to be a great Tuesday because, oh my gosh, do I have a box full of, might I add, some of the most beautifully packed products I've ever received. I have ordered from Victoria Beckham Beauty in the past and I've always loved and admired how they carefully pack their boxes. It is so nice and so pleasant to open. So one more look before we tear this open, as I'm so excited to do a full face of Victoria Beckham Beauty. This is something and a brand that you all have asked for so many times at this point. I've completely lost track. It has been on my big whiteboard of ideas for YouTube for the past year, at least, I think. I mean, I've been like accidentally like rubbing my elbow on it, writing it back up on there. Mitch will walk by it, rub it off. I'll have to write it back on. So it's been on that board for a long time. So I'm so excited to finally bring this to you. And look how cute this little bag is that comes with a ton of the pencils. And you guys are all going to laugh too, because if you have been a subscriber or like a follower for a long time, you know that I have like copious amounts of pencil sharpeners in my life. So let me show you the whole thing. Let me unbox. Let's unbox together like it's Christmas Day, because it's Christmas Day with Victoria Beckham Beauty. So I got a ton of stuff. It is a Nikki Uncut, so just gonna give you a gentle reminder. It's gonna be a long video, but there are gonna be chapters. So if you want to skip ahead from this like little unboxing, you can do that. You could skip to any part that you want to see or go back and forth. Whatever you want to do is up to you, but it's gonna be a long video. So full disclosure, you're in for a good one. Victoria Beckham Beauty, let's start with naming the products I got. I got the Satin Cajal liner in the shade. Oh yeah, jeans. I thought that said Jesus for a second. Jeans. I got the liner in jeans. This looked really pretty. It's like a denim shade. It does not say Jesus. It says jeans. I also got, oh, I'm really excited for this. I got the Baby Blade Microfine Brow Pencil. I barely did my brows today because I knew that I was going to be filling in with this. I got the shade Dark Brown. Let's go a little faster. Hold on, I got to pick up the speed here. I need to drink the rest of my matcha to kick things into high gear. I got the, lip definer in 05. I got many lip definers, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I got Smoky Quartz liner. I got a lot of stuff. I got 02 in the lip definer, and I'll swatch everything. Don't worry, I'm just going to call out the names of everything I did pick up. I got Cocoa eyeliner, which I have in my Pro Kit already, so I picked up a backup for me, which is a nice thing to have. I got the Eyewear Long Wear Crease Proof Eyeshadow Stick in the shade Trench. That looks like it's going to be a good one. I got the Contour Stylus. And every time I read this name of this product, I am immediately taken to the ad. And if you've seen this, there's like a constant running ad that I get in my feed on Instagram in particular. And it's about the Contour Stylus. So when I read this, I immediately have Victoria Beckham with her soft, beautiful voice saying the name of this product. And I could just envision like the whole like scene of the ad, like the hair and the makeup being put on. It's very Victoria Beckham. So I got the shade Marble. And then this is so funny. I'm getting to the funny part, I promise. And I got the Augustinus Batter, the concealer pen in L2. And then in this bag is 3 pencil sharpeners that I did not need. So these will be going to friends, family, makeup artist, people on set, because I cannot give sharp objects to strangers, in case anyone's wondering. I just can't in my head. Can't do it. So let's see what's in the box. What is in the box now? Okay, lots more stuff. I told you we're in for a full face of Victoria Beckham Beauty, and there will be chapters. Just putting it out there again. Victoria Beckham Vast Lash Mascara. I got the... what? Okay, hold on. Matte Bronzing Brick. Wait. Okay. Oh, got it. Okay, so there's... okay, yes. Yes, this makes sense. Okay, I got the Victoria Beckham Eye Wardrobe. These are the new ones, the new reformulated or newly launched, let's just say. I can talk, I promise you. Eyeshadow palettes. So you get the refill and you get the actual palette. Let's just open this up. So I'm getting very anxious. I need to start opening up packages so I don't lose you all in the first 5 seconds of this video. Oh, this is small. Interesting. Beautiful, very weighted, and this is empty. So this to me reminds me of like a piece of vintage makeup. You know, it's like something that, what's her name? There's a vintage makeup collector on YouTube, and she's a makeup artist. She's fantastic. Erin Parsons? Is that what I'm thinking of? This looks like something she would collect or have in her collection. Comment below if you know who I'm talking about. She's amazing. So this is the actual refill that goes into said palette. So I got, okay, this is very delicate. I got, oh, is this Victoria? Is that the one I got? I'm sorry, you're on this journey with me, and just stay. Stay a little bit longer. What is the actual name of the one that I got? Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. I will link it either way. It says Victoria on the back. I don't remember seeing it being called that, but this is the palette that I got, the quad. I love, by the way, just thrown out there, I love that they make the mid-tone transition shade, if you will, the biggest one, because we all know that we're going to go through this mid-tone the most and the quickest in our eyeshadow palette. So that was very mindful and very smart and very unique of them to do that. So very cool. And that was magnetized, pretty good, solid magnet. And that's a beautiful palette. Wow. This definitely looks like something I would see in a high-end luxury boutique, you know, like a Saks Fifth Avenue, for lack of a better place to describe it as. What's like a more bougie place? Neiman Marcus is what I was actually trying to say, not Saks Fifth Avenue. I was thinking of Neiman Marcus. Okay, this is the bronzing brick. This is the shade 02. There's a warm, and then there's a contour, or no, there's a contour and then there's a warm, excuse me. But it's labeled different on the back. So that is the product. Very weighted, very heavy, very, very luxe. Like this feels like what Victoria Beckham beauty products would feel like, you know? It's not leaving anything undesired so far. This is just the first impression of the packaging. Okay, I also got this product, and I am very excited for this. I got, these are called the Lid Lusters, and I got the shade Mink. And full disclosure, I did buy this with the thought in mind that I was going to put this in my pro kit. So I just have so many clients that would look gorgeous in this, and it's just like one of those one and done, going out for the evening, going out to an evening event type shadows that I would keep in my kit and just love on. So I don't know if I'm, I almost dropped that. I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I don't know if I'm going to use it in this video, but I will swatch it either way. Very excited for this. I got the Cheeky Posh cream blush stick in the shade Playground. Lots of packaging over here, you guys. Let me just get rid of some of my trash that I will recycle in a bit. Okay, blush stick. I got a classic, you know, barely there, very cool girl chic kind of blush color. Very much Victoria Beckham, if you ask me. Like, this reminded me of her instantly, so I had to get this shade. It's one of those shades that I'll actually probably put this in my pro kit, to be fully honest with you. Because it's one of those shades I would definitely use on literally all my clients, and they would be like, oh, that's a really boring blush color. And I'd say, no, you just wait. And I'd put it on them, and they'd be like, I need that in my life. So I also got, lots of stuff. Posh lipstick in the shade Girl. This looked so pretty. And look at that packaging. Oh man, I am a sucker for good packaging and embossed makeup. Like, look at that. VB. You know who it stands for. Cannot wait. I mean, look at this color combo, by the way. Could this not be any more perfect? I think I did really well with my selections, and I ordered this stuff, full disclosure, like 6 a.m. before I left my house for a job. And it came in 2 days too, by the way. I did mention this recently. And I was like, I couldn't believe how like fast this stuff came. It came like literally in 2 days. I could not believe it. Oh, I also got the Feather Fix Liquid Lifting Brow gel. Forgot about this. Oopsie. I do have a little bit of brow gel in my brows, so I might have to take that out. But let's just dive in. You know, we have a lot of stuff to do. We have a lot of products. The only thing Victoria Beckham does not carry, unless I completely missed it on the website, but I absolutely scoured that website, and she does not have a foundation. So I thought what would make the most sense and what would be most true to Victoria Beckham and her aesthetic and her lifestyle and the money and all that kind of stuff, I really thought that it would be a good fit to bust out the last bit of what I have left of my La Prairie Skin Caviar foundation. It just makes the most sense. If you really like dissect this video, if you really think about it, it just feels like a match made in heaven, you know? And here's why. Victoria Beckham has her concealer pen, right? And it is formulated with Augustina's batter, like the rich cream, right? And that is, if you don't know, it is a well over $250 face cream. So it just makes the most sense to me. It wouldn't make sense, basically. Let me just give you the inner workings of my brain. It wouldn't make sense to bust out the e.l.f. $8 Soft Glam foundation to pair with this full face of Victoria Beckham. But what does make the most sense to me, logically, in my brain, is to pair this whole face with the La Prairie Skin Caviar foundation, which, if you don't know, is $280. I bought that a while ago, and I'm trying to use the last bit because we are coming up on, I guess we're not coming up on a year, but we're inching our way towards it. I've had it for a while, and makeup does expire, foundations expire quicker than other products, and I want to get the last bit of it and last bit of my money before it's too late. So this product, if you're not familiar with it, it is packed with skincare ingredients. It is going to leave me looking ultra shiny on camera. However, we'll diffuse this with powder once we get to that point in this video. But if you are an oily skin girl like me, I always suggest, if you want to wear this and you want to get the benefits of all the skincare ingredients that are in it, it's packed full of it, by the way. And not that those ingredients are going to actually penetrate your skin. Listen, it's more of a placebo effect. But if you want to wear this foundation before the nourishing feeling and the beautiful, like, hydrated look to it, then I would suggest cutting down the amount of skin prep that you use prior to this foundation, because it's not necessary to have too much. It's very, very moisturizing. And as you can see, very, very glowy and very dewy. So one nice, pretty thin coat all over. It's a really good shade match for me. By the way, I wear the shade Honey Beige. It's almost perfect on me. And now, because we did that, we can dive into the Contour Stylo, which everything looks the same. So here it is. So I got the shade Marble. Let's open up this beautiful container. Gosh, everything is just so luxe, you know? It really does belong in some makeup museum. Beautiful packaging. Now, this is going to be one of those products that you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, this is going to last me about all of a week, maybe 8 days if I'm lucky. But, you know, it is what it is, right? So let's do some contouring. And I kind of wish I picked a shade that was not as warm as this one, but I chose everything online and, you know, oopsie. So we're going to look pretty wild for a minute, okay? So just hang tight. And we're also just full on trusting this formula that it's going to blend out very nicely, very smooth. And it's not going to rip up the foundation. I have a lot of high hopes in this full face of Victoria Beckham, in case that's not obvious. Going to contour the lip. And again, I do wish I picked a shade that was not as warm as this one, but we're just gonna play around, you know? I'm gonna grab the BK Beauty 109, an absolute staple in my life. Forever will be. The 109 is like, is that girl. She really is that girl. So I'm gonna tap this in. It's blending in very nicely. And it's not looking patchy on top of that foundation, so that's a win. You saw how quick and easy that was. That was quite fast. So just tapping and tapping. I'm still being pretty gentle because the La Prairie foundation is very thin and I don't want to make this look like soupy and like melted together. So tapping it in rather than aggressively buffing back and forth and mixing the two wet products together. Giving my eyes a little lifty lift up. Even though I do have very hollow temples, like extremely hollow temples, I still love the way this looks. It still gives me this like very sculpted look. Let's check out the cheek. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up buying more of these. I think I'm going to end up buying some lighter shades and a lighter shade for me as well, but probably some other shades for my kit as well. But I can make this, excuse me, this shade work. It's just a little, you know, it's a little bit on the warm side. I want it to be like a little bit more like an actual contour and not so much a bronzer, because I have the bronzer. It's beautiful and I cannot wait to dip my hands into that bronzer. All right, so a little blendy blend action. You're in it for the long haul with me right now, so maybe take up knitting while we're doing this, all the blending, or whatever you want. Maybe do a little online shopping if you have me on the TV. Pet your cat, pet your dog, make some breakfast. So I'm going to use the same brush, blend this up into the brow bone area. I mean, on the monitor, which is right here, it looks really pretty. Really, really pretty. I wasn't expecting it to be so fully pigmented, to be quite honest, because I just think of Victoria Beckham as being like a little bit more like desaturated, and as far as like formulas go, and like her overall makeup is very like, it's very chic, you know? It's not like full on like pro style makeup. It's like chic, effortless. But this is fully pigmented, which I'm happy about. Okay, same brush. I'm just lightly tapping in the lip. And any areas that we maybe blended too far down, too far out, we're gonna counteract that. We're gonna fix that. Okay, just a touch more. Don't hate me. We're gonna counteract that when we do our concealer. Okay, now we're gonna put this away. We're gonna put it down. That's one product down, Victoria Beckham, and so far we're off to a good start. A very good start, if you ask me. Okay, so I'm just lightly bouncing that on top of my nose, adding more definition. Very happy with this. Very, very happy with this so far. Okay, we need to do the... Or you know what we're going to do? What would make more sense to me, since I don't know the formulas of the eyeshadow, meaning I don't know how the fallout's going to be. I don't know what the... how easy they're going to blend. I don't know any of that kind of stuff. So I'm actually going to save the concealer pen for cleaning up under my eyes rather than risking getting fallout on the concealer. We're going to wait. But little teaser, this is the packaging. It looks just like... I really want to show you this. It looks just like the... Oh, not just like it, but very similar to my MAC Prep and Prime that you know I love. And it's going to have like the same kind of applicator. It's going to be like the twist up kind of pen. So actually let's get this kind of going ahead of time, because you know it's going to take at least 45 clicks to get it going up to the top. Okay, let's do some eyewear. The Eyewear Long Wear Crease Proof Eyeshadow Stick in Trench. This is the packaging. Beautiful. And everything I'm using, by the way, will be linked below. So if you want to check prices, I do not remember the prices off the top of my head. All I know is I spent a lot of money on this video. So I kind of like, if it's a lot of money for like a video, like if I'm investing a lot initially for a video, I kind of just erase it from my memory because I don't want to think about it. I just want to be like, it's done. I spent it. Let's move on with our life. I did have a little bit of the NARS concealer on my eyelid. I'm just buffing out the creases. And we're going to go right on top with the eyeshadow primer stick. They had many shades to choose from. I wanted a really nice, neutral, pale shade. Especially for when I'm on the go. I love products like this just to swipe all over my eyelids. I'll blend it out, set it with a little bit of powder, maybe put some bronzer in the crease, and then I'll call it a day. So I know that I'm going to get a ton of use out of this product later on in my life, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited to get products that I'm either going to repurpose for my pro kit or use in my everyday life. So don't be surprised if you see me use a lot more Victoria Beckham in future videos. All right, so blending this out with my N16. This is back in stock, by the way, in case you missed it. It's been out of stock for a while, but she's back. And I think what we're gonna do also is I'm gonna run this along my lash line, and we're gonna watch my redness, and no, that's not eyeshadow. We're gonna watch the redness along my lash line disappear. And we'll use this as an eyeshadow base for the bottom as well. Normally I do this kind of step after all my under eye concealer is on and set, but we're gonna do things in a slightly different order and just play around a bit. So blend out the rest of it, that product, just like that. And now let's dive into the palette. And wow, that actually dried down very nice. And I have extremely oily eyelids, so that's very promising. I am gonna grab a teeny bit of loose powder because I just know my eyes and I know how difficult they can be in terms of like oil. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of powder on my N14 and just lock this into place. This is just a good safe bet. If you know you have oily eyelids, you know, why risk it? I wanna get a beautiful eye makeup look out of this that's gonna last me all day. Okay, because I do have to film other videos after this, so we wanna make sure it's gonna last. All right, let's dive into the quad. One more look at how beautiful that is, and I wish you could feel how weighted this is. Probably not ideal for travel, just gonna put that out there, but it's gonna make you feel very luxurious and maybe a little bit like Victoria Beckham, I don't know. Could be nice to feel like Victoria Beckham for a day. All right, N13 brush. First shadow, just dip into that bigger transition shade. And we're gonna start to create, you know, kind of like a signature me look. And I do feel like I might end up using this because I don't want to have one product that was not used in this video. I want to try to use everything within reason for this full face of Victoria Beckham. So that's what we'll probably end up doing. So far, these are blending very, very nicely. I'm not seeing any major fallout happening, which is good. This is a lighter shade, so it might be a little bit harder to tell, but blending very nice, very silky on top of that eyeshadow stick that was also set with a little bit of powder. And I'll get to the powder in a bit once we get to that point in the video. But just know I picked it with the same mindset as why I chose the foundation. So you can probably guess which one it is. All right, just blending back and forth, adding some depth. Creating some interest in the crease and outer corner. These are very buildable, and this eyeshadow color is actually a lot darker than I was expecting it to be. It's a bit more intense, which is good. I was expecting it to be like a very light, like, I don't know, like a light khaki kind of shade. Something that was going to match the shadow stick. Now comment below if you've tried any products from Victoria Beckham Beauty, if you have favorites, if you have disappointments, if you have thoughts on the brand as a whole, or just for individual products. Please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. If you've just been wanting to see this full face because you have not tried any products from the brand and this is going to help you out, leave that in the comments as well, because that would really help me out to know. The overwhelming amount of people, though, that asked for this video was just surprising. Really surprising. I did not expect everyone to want to see a full face of Victoria Beckham. All right, so still building that up. Trying to make sure my eyes are decently symmetrical. They're definitely not born symmetrical, so we're just trying to fake it always. And again, chapters, if you've seen enough eyeshadow blending, you can feel free to skip ahead. But it's all going to be here for you if you want to see it. And just when you think you're done blending, just go in there and blend some more. That's like the motto. Just keep on blending. Very pretty color. Very, very pretty shade. I am going to dip now into this more red brown. Same brush. Tap off the excess for a safe measure. And we're just going to do a little smoky smoke in this outer corner of the eye. Now I did pick out a nude lipstick, as you saw, and I did pick out more of a nude blush. So my idea is the eyes are going to be the focus, basically. There's no other bright tones that are going to be happening. It's going to be a very eye-focused look. But the lip is still going to be pretty. It's going to be a soft nude, and the blush is going to be like a perfect soft complement. I'm really looking forward to that part. I'm very anxiously waiting to try those lip liners. I almost opened them up just when I first received the package, just because I knew I was going to have to wait to film this video for a while because of work, and I thought, no, that's just totally cheating, and I don't want to do that. So I didn't. But I really wanted to. Okay, that's pretty. Let's bust open some eyeliners because I want to base my lash line, and I want to do some blending. I'm not going to use... Should I use jeans? Let me just show you jeans, okay? I had this idea that I was going to do a look with this in a separate video. Because this isn't really going to go. Is it going to go? I mean, it's not going to go. It just, do I want to do a denim eye makeup look? A denim liner? So that is jeans. Let me just see if it would go with this, because I do want to add mink at some point. So this is mink. Stunning. And I think this has a little bit of green in it. So yeah, this has more of like has a teeny bit of olive in it. I mean, it could work. It could work. But I just don't think it's the right fit for this video. So we're going to save jeans for another time, another place, but we will get there, and I promise you I will try it and I will create a look with it because it's very, very pretty. All right, so other eyeliners, I need to grab Cocoa and Smoky Quartz, and then the rest is history. All right, so Cocoa, fantastic eyeliner, very gel-like, very creamy. Once it hits your skin, it can kind of slide real quick, so you have to kind of like slow it down when you put this on. And it's something that I've learned so many times the hard way in my pro kit, because it'll hit my client's eyelid and it will spread out much faster than I anticipate. I just forget every time. So just a little FYI. But let's grab Cocoa, and we're gonna tightline with this brand new pencil. Beautiful pencil, beautiful packaging. This does have a smudger on the other end, and the smudger actually works too, which is great. It's not like a wasteful tip. This actually will work to smudge out your products very, very nicely. So if you forget a brush, if you don't have a clean brush, if you're on the go, you want something quick, this is a good option for smudging it. All right. Tight lining is going to happen right now. Now these do run, by the way, but if you set them, they'll be incredibly long wearing. But if you just kind of let them do their thing, especially if you're tight lining, just know they're going to transfer to the bottom almost instantly. All right, so I'm running a little bit extra on my bottom lash line. You know, we're doing a look, okay? We're like gonna go for it, do something different. And then this is the shade Smoky Quartz. This looked so pretty on the website that I had to pick it up. It reminded me of like a deeper version of Cinnamon, and it actually looks, full disclosure, almost identical to Mink. So we're gonna use this as well. And I think what we'll do is first, let's save this for a little bit later once we get the eye makeup on the bottom on. And let's actually do, let's do a bit more of Cocoa. And we're gonna keep this really thin and very tight along the lash line, okay? Because like I said, this will spread out extremely quick. Sorry about that. One thing I do love about like doing an all brown eyeliner look is you wouldn't think it, but it really does bring up my brown eyes. Okay. Cocoa is probably done for now. I'm not going to use the end to smudge it because it's too rounded of a tip and it's going to spread it out too much. I'm going to use something smaller. And I'm going to use, shamelessly, my N12 brush because this is what it was designed for. It's like smudging out eyeliners, smudging out shadows, diffusing lines. And if you hear my neighbor right next to me with the leaf blower going wild and crazy, just know there's nothing I can do about it. And he will take his absolute time blowing those leaves out of his yard. And that's fine. We love that for him. Wow, that is a deep, rich, dark brown liner. If there's one takeaway for this video, just know that her eyeliners are absolutely epic. They really are. They are absolutely epic liners. Okay, so I'm spreading this out a bit thicker on the outer corner. Doing a little bit of a baby kind of cat eye look. And now we're gonna use that same brush and we're gonna dip into that same more red brown and just press this on top. Just like that. Bring it a touch along the bottom lash line just to connect those two worlds a bit more. Also very important, if you do have oily eyelids like myself, make sure you're setting your, especially if it's a Kajal liner or like a kohl eyeliner, they're more creamy in their base and so they will transfer if you have oily eyelids and if your eyelids are not like properly powdered down and matte. So always a good safe measure to just lock in those creamy eyeliners with something similar in color for long wearing and for just, you know, so it doesn't smudge all day long. Okay. We are getting there, we're getting there. The inner part of my eyes are so tight in here. It is incredibly hard to get liner in that area, especially on this eye. My eyelid folds over and it's like, I just can't get a pencil or anything in there. It's incredibly difficult. Okay, loving the direction on these eyes. Definitely obsessed with that. Now I'm gonna grab a small brush again. I'm gonna grab a clean N12 brush, and let's do something different. Let's jazz this up even more, and let's do the shade Mink on the eyelid, and let's just have fun with this. You can of course use your finger for this kind of look, but I want to make sure I don't get this color on the eyeliner. So I'm using a smaller brush to really place this in the place that I want it to go and not all over the place. And if I use my finger, I'm going to have a lot less control. Granted, it would probably look a lot more wet and metallic like it does on my hand, but let's at least initially apply it with a brush, and then maybe we'll go over it one more time with our fingertip. But wow, wow. That is a stunning, stunning shade. Very like, it screams like going to a gala or something like that, you know, going to a red carpet. It's very VB. That is really pretty. The formula is incredible. Like absolutely stunning formula. This is, I know all these things were pricey. Again, I try to forget how much I spent on this video, and I know this was also pricey individually, but I will say this formula is outstanding so far. Just absolutely outstanding. Okay, let's just dive in there. My nails are getting a little bit longer and longer. I did miss my long nails, or longer nails. I won't let them get as long as they were before, but having a little bit more length it just makes my hands look softer and prettier, and I don't have the cutest hands, so this just gives me more confidence. The reason why I even bring this up is if you were like a longtime follower and subscriber, there's been like talk of my nails and like to keep them short, to go longer, and a lot of you like them shorter, but I just don't feel as confident with the short nails on me. Oh yeah. Wow, look at that. That is really outstanding. We're gonna take all of our time on the eye makeup. I can't stop. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Huh. Unbelievable. Okay, let's move on just a bit, and let's actually just take, as I choke, let's take that same N12 brush that does have the old eyeliner on it. I'm going to dive into a bit of the deepest shade. It's like a smoky, almost like a black gray, and just smudge it on the bottom a bit more. Very pretty. And as promised, we'll go back to that second eyeliner in a bit once we've done a little bit more like polishing work. So let's now take my N13. Let's just blend these two worlds together a bit more. Make sure there's no harsh edges. Just kind of mirror the two worlds together a bit more. Now, usually when I do this kind of step, it creates a ton of fallout, and it's been very minimal, so that's good. Oh God, I love this eye makeup look. I'm obsessed. Okay, time for mascara. This is the Vast Lash, and this is described as a smudge-free volumizing mascara. Very excited for that. I have high hopes for that. We love it when it's smudge-free. Beautiful packaging. Again, very, very weighted. This is the packaging. Let me show you the wand up close before we get in there and get it all dirty. Oh, that's a wet formula. Okay, so that is the wand. It's got a curve to it, which I'm not the biggest fan of curves on a wand for mascara. Partly because my eyes are small and I feel like it just kind of gets in the way. I like it more straight where I just feel like I can manipulate it into smaller areas better, but I know it's totally just me personally, and a lot of you guys actually like curved wands. I'm just not one of them. Well, let's see what this formula is all about. Again, very wet formula. So be careful if you're using this. If your eyeshadow is already applied, it's the type of formula I can tell that's going to almost like splatter if you're too quick and too like all over the place with your application. So just slow it down. Let's try to do a second coat. I'm not even gonna dip in for more product because the wand is still visibly like very coated with mascara still, and still very wet. So I don't want to goop on another really wet layer. So I'm just gonna use whatever's left over on this wand. Okay, and it's drying in a really nice way where it's not getting crunchy. The main thing that I'm seeing is a ton of separation, definitely some volume, definitely some curl, but however, I did curl my lashes off camera with the BK Beauty lash curler, so I did cheat a little bit. But it's definitely maintaining the curl, which is nice. The only thing, it's not as thickening as I like my mascaras to be. I like to get like a lot of thickness, especially at the root and like the mid part of my lashes. But all in all, it's definitely nice. I think you all know my thoughts by now on mascaras. If it's an expensive formula, it's got to be really, really outstanding because drugstore just always has high-end formulas beat, just in my opinion. But this is nice, and you're going to see me use it because you know why. I don't want to waste my money. I want to get my money's worth. But that is the mascara. I'd say it's what, 2.5 coats on each side? Like solid 2.5 coats? But without dipping in again, which is something to call out. It's very impressive. We have some things to do. Now, I think my brows, I can do a little bit more brow gel. So I have a little bit of the e.l.f. Wow Brow in my brows. You know how I am. I just like to do a little base layer. My brows are microbladed, but they are not finished. I have to go back for my 6-week touch-up very soon. Oh, this is tinted? Oh, I forgot. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I was like, why is that going in so dark? Okay, it's tinted. I completely forgot that. Let me slow it down. Oh yeah, duh. I got black brown. Sorry about that. Okay, that is the wand. It's like a flat and then a comb. that described it really well, right? It's like a flat within a comb. That's how I would describe it. Okay, I need more coffee apparently. Let's try to scoop some of this into my brows. This is a very wet formula, similar to that mascara, which can be tricky when you have very sparse, very fine brow hairs, because it hits your skin right away rather than hitting coarse, beautiful brows. And because of that, it ends up being a lot more messy to use. So I would say if you're someone, who has fuller brows to begin with, and maybe you want to tint them, make them look a little bit darker, more naturally without having to go grab a pencil, then this could be the type of formula that would work really, really well for you. I'll keep continuing to use this, and I'll give you my more final thoughts later on. But first impression is I don't think this is going to be the best brow gel for me. But again, that's my first impression, and I'm not really giving it its best effort because I do have some wow brow in my brows. Okay, we're gonna move on from that. And I'll continue to use it, like I said, in other videos, but that might be a little bit difficult for me to use right now. So I will circle back, I promise you. So now let's move on to the Baby Blade. I love that name. Dark brown is the shade that I got. It's the Micro Fine Brow Pencil. This is what it looks like. I love that it has an angle to it. Can you see that okay? It has like a nice little angle. Ooh, good. That's a good spoolie at the end. That's a very good spoolie. All right, my friends. let's finish up these brows because they need some help. And you know, the more I look at my lashes, they look really good. They look really, really, they look really good. I'm excited to keep using that. Ooh, let's warm this up. That was like bone dry. Okay. All right. You know, one thing I love about Victoria Beckham, and one thing that her and I can just sit down with a cup of coffee and relate about is she, and I quote this all the time, so if you've already heard me say this, just skip ahead. But I read that she had, I read somewhere in an interview that she did that she has never let David Beckham see her without her eyebrows filled in. So she goes to bed with her brows on, she wakes up with them on, she always has her brows filled in. And when I tell you I've never related more to a statement, I've never related more, Mitch has never seen me with my brows not done. Like, that just tells you the power of, and the chokehold essentially that brows can have on someone who doesn't have them. It can make you so self-conscious. So yeah, me and Victoria Beckham could just be best friends relating to our non-brow issues. That looks great. Wow. I went a little intense, so let's use the end of it to hopefully diffuse this a bit more. I can also powder this down a bit, and that will soften the look of it. Oh, that was easy. That was a really good pencil. And I got a really great shade too, which I'm very excited about. Normally brow pencils, unless I get the black shade, they turn so warm on my skin. They turn so warm, and it just doesn't go. I have like I have close to black hair. Wow. This really is like a baby fine. Almost, it gives you like that microblading effect. But it's a slightly bigger shaped pencil, and the fact that I can still get in there, get the job done very quickly, and still draw on little fine hair-like strokes. Wow, that is a great brow pencil. I cannot wait to see how this is going to wear throughout the day, because I do have very oily skin, and my oily skin tends to essentially eat up the brow products. It's a really fun thing. Okay, time for the pen. Can you believe it? So I got the shade 1.2, I believe. Yep, 1.2. Oh no, sorry, L2. I'm reminded constantly that I need to wear my glasses when I'm reading things. L2 is the one that I got. So light 2. Trying to get the product up. Might be here a minute. Come on. Okay, I can see you're almost there. Please, people are bored. Oh, come on, just come to the top, please. Okay, it's coming. Here we go. There we go. That is the product. Not the hugest fan of... Oh, that's thin. Oh. Okay. Well, I didn't get the best shade match. Oh man, and I wasted a lot of money on that then. Okay, well, let's see what we can do here. It looked like it was going to be perfect online, but you know, it's online, so there's only so much, you know, you're guessing a lot of the time. And I'm usually pretty darn good at guessing shades online, but this, I failed myself big time with this one. So I'm not going to get a brightened effect. We'll just put that out there. But let's see how the formula is. Let's see how it blends out. I am going to do some extra coverage around my nose. Okay. You know, I just don't love the brush applicator. I put up with it with my MAC Prep and Prime that I showed you earlier, because I love that formula so much. It's just worth any kind of frustration with the brush. but it's just not my favorite applicator to use. Never has been. And also, I can't use these kind of applicators in my Pro Kit unless I waste a ton of product twisting it up and applying it to like a painter's palette first, you know? Let's do a little lift. Clean up that contour a bit. I just want a bit more coverage, and excuse me, let me grab my N12, N14 brush. Tap this in. And let's see what this is gonna look like once it's blended out. And excuse me for 1 second because I have to go blow my nose. Okay, I'm back. Back to where we left off. Gonna blend out that concealer pen. All right, this is definitely like for the natural makeup wear, and I just don't generally fit into that category, but a lot of you do. And if you want like a thin, very skin-like is what the best way I can describe this. It's very much skin-like. I'm blending it in. I'm like, where did it go? It just looks like my skin, which is a good thing. A very, very good thing, especially if you're, you know, a more natural makeup wearer and you don't want that like makeup-y look to your concealer, then this could be a great product for you. The color just is really throwing me off because it's just so not right for my skin. It's not doing anything to brighten my eyes. And you know, I have dark circles under my eyes, so I'm gonna look tired throughout the day if I just leave this as is. And I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I think I might add a little bit more because I just look like I have allergies, which I do. So it's not doing anything. It's not doing me any favors right now, is what I'm trying to say. It definitely has a moisturizing feeling to it, hardcore. So like I mentioned earlier, this is infused with, it's formulated with the Augustinus Batter, the Rich Cream, which is a very rich, emollient, nourishing moisturizer that is also incredibly expensive. I used to have a client that used to buy me that product for Christmas, and I looked forward to it every year because it was like, oh my God, I'll never buy this for myself. And she would gift, it was like wrapped only in the box. And I always knew what it was because it was like this perfect little box. I was like, thank you. Thank you so much. What are we going to do here? We need some more concealer. We just do. Unfortunately, I know I'm not going to be that happy with the end result unless I brighten my under eyes a bit more. So we're going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to grab my N2 Dior Backstage, and you're going to see my complexion come to life now, okay? Because right now it's looking very flat and very one-dimensional and very tired. So we're going to see this go away right now with this concealer. And this is the tone that I thought I was picking up online. So yes, it's my mistake, but I also feel like the swatches online were a bit misleading. And if I'm not alone on that, please let me know. Yeah, I need a little bit of color correcting, brightening action around here because that just really like seeped into my skin. And I can tell it's making me more dewy than I would like to be. And again, that's just because of the nature of the formulation. It's formulated with a very rich cream. So this is going to be one of those products that you'll probably hear me recommend for anyone who has severely dry under eyes or dry mature under eyes and wants a really natural finish to your concealer. It's going to be fantastic for those people, but it's not going to be my best product. So kind of a bummer. But, you know, first impressions, those are just my first impressions. If I change my mind, I will definitely keep you updated and I'll let you know. And you'll know if I change my mind if you see me use it in future videos and I'm like, this is fantastic on my oily skin. But I don't see that happening. Okay, so blending this out. And I'm going to let this dry down a bit more before I fully blend it out. So we're going to let this self-set a bit. And we're going to grab the blush. Okay. Yeah, let's let it chill. Do its thing. Dry down, which I know it's not going to dry down too much because there's so much skincare underneath it now. But that's fine. We're learning together. Let's dive into the blush stick in Playground. So pretty. And I'm going to pre-blend this on top of my hand first. I'm going to grab the N17 brush that we used way earlier, dip into the product, roll my sleeve a little bit, just like that, and let's get to know this formula. Let's familiarize ourselves with the formula before we just go all in and apply too much and disrupt that makeup that's very dewy underneath. Yeah, so I am quite dewy. Quite dewy. Whew. Okay, now I'm a little bit more familiar. I'm going to go brush to product, swipe across it, and I'm fairly confident now this is going to be easy to apply and blend out on top of my foundation, and it definitely is. Love this tone. I love this kind of blush color. This is my go-to kind of blush color. Not so much for me, but for work, like I mentioned, like for clients, this is my jam. It's blending out so nice. Formula is feeling fantastic. I actually really like how small the component is. It just seems so easy for travel. And I will say too, like this looks like the type of shade that would double so nicely as a natural lip color. So swipe it on, maybe get more use out of it. So layering this right on top. Can't get over how I love the eyes. I mean, I'm obsessed with the eyes. They feel so luxe and so pretty. This side's definitely a bit darker, and we'll fix that eventually. Got a major itch going on right here. Oh my god. Yeah, there we go. Let's blend out the rest of this under eye concealer. Oh! Does your face ever get itchy when you're doing your makeup? Is it just me? It's like there's two things that happen when I do my makeup. My face gets itchy. Well, there's three things that happen. My face gets itchy, my nose runs, and when I do my mascara, I have to sneeze. I have to fight back the urge to sneeze, and it's usually like an uncontrollable urge. Can you relate? Does that ever happen to you? Because it's nonstop for me. It's like clockwork. Every single time it happens to me. Okay. Blush is quite pretty. It's definitely natural. It's definitely giving me Beckham vibes. I just try to combine Beckham with vibes, and I was going to say Beckham. Just trying to save time over here, combining two words. Okay, the blush is pretty. I think we're done. I think we can move on. I'm astounded at how good my eyebrows look, and I'm very obsessed with them. They look very, very structured and very clean. Very nice. Wow. We need to do some powder. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna grab a little bit of a tissue and pour this messy powder into a tissue. But like I mentioned earlier, I am choosing a powder that I just feel like fits the bill, essentially fits the bill for Victoria Beckham. She does not have a loose powder, a setting powder, or like a finishing powder, a touch-up powder, anything like that. So we're gonna improvise. We're going to do a different brand powder. I'm gonna pick up a hefty amount with my N12 brush, and this is something I like to do. Take it, you can either run it in the palm of your hand or you can run into a tissue. I don't feel like getting powder in the palm of my hand, so I'm just going to use this technique instead, which is a lot of times how I do this at work. So I'm going to use this powder to lock in my under eyes. So it's the La Prairie Skin Caviar Loose Setting Powder, and I have the shade Translucent 1. Okay, yeah, we need to get some kind of mattification going on because I'm just too glowy for my personal liking. Like, look at all that shine. And when you're too shiny under your eyes, here's the catch-22. When you're too shiny under your eyes, it actually emphasizes crow's feet, wrinkles, and things like that, fine lines and wrinkles. But when you're too powdered under your eyes, it also emphasizes those things. So it's like a catch-22 where like you have to apply like just like the perfect amount if that's something that you're struggling with in order for it to look right, you know, like for it to look flawless. Because if it's too dewy, it's just going to look like a mess. And if it's too matte, it's going to look crepey. It's going to look flaky and dry and deserty. We don't want any of those things. We want like that perfect in the middle, in between. So it's not you. It's just a fine line that we have to like kind of dance. All right. Feeling so much better about my skin not being overly shiny now. Let me put this away because it's going to cause major reflections. And now let's pick up the bronzer. I've been waiting to try this bronzer this entire video, and I'm so excited. I'm going to grab a clean N15 powder brush, and we're going to start with the more cool tone shade right here. This is more of like the sculpting shade. Ooh, there's quite a bit of kick up that just kind of happened. Let's tap off the excess. I'm going to run this along the areas that we applied the contour stylo earlier. Lock it into place, enhance it, deepen it a bit more. I'm choosing not to do this shade because this is just too warm, and that contour styler was already really warm, so I'm choosing the more neutral shade so I don't add too much more redness to my complexion. Hitting the nose. Just like that. Okay, nice product. I'm not like thrilled with the bronzer yet. I think I just need more time with it and to see like, I need to like just get in there more with this product, but I don't want to disrupt that really, really pretty blush. So I'm just being really careful. But I want to see what this looks like basically on its own without the contour underneath, because it's making it a bit too red and I don't want to keep going too much with it. It's nice. I'm just not like super wowed by it like I was with all the other products I've tried so far. Okay. You have to see me even this out really quick. Okay. All right. Moving on. Now that we set our under eyes, we're going to go back to the pencil, the one we haven't used yet, and that's Smoky Quartz. So Smoky Quartz, I'm going to line straight across the bottom lash line. Oh, that's a pretty liner. Gosh, I'm more than likely going to put this in my Pro Kit. More than likely this is going in. And let's go back to the N12. I'm going to smudge this out. Just get a bit closer. Ooh, that's pretty. Wow. Wow, that really made my eyes pop too. Oof. Blends out like a dream. There's a shimmer in this that is so pretty and very much so matches that mink shade on my eyelid. Very, very pretty. So I have to say, all in all, Victoria Beckham does eye products incredibly well, and brow products too. I mean, I cannot wait to just really get in there later on with that brow gel, and I promise you I'll continue giving my thoughts on that too. You'll know the update on that very, very soon. I promise you. I will not keep you hanging on that. But that pencil, fantastic. Gonna go back to that first mid-tone shade, same N12 brush, and I'm just gonna run this right below Smoky Quartz and just really add to the smokiness, but diffuse that edge a bit more. Wow. I don't remember the last time I did my eyes this smoky, but it's been a minute and it's really fun to go back to stuff like this. It's really, really fun. I am enjoying it. I hope you are too. I'm going to mattify my inner part of my brow really quick. It's going to soften that little inner part just a bit more. It was a little too blocky. Very nice. Okay, what do we have left? We have lip. Yes, lip. Did I not get gloss? Oh, I didn't get a gloss. Why? Why would I do that? Why didn't I get a gloss? Really? I didn't get gloss? Oh, that's sad. Okay, I'm sorry. I failed us both. I didn't get a lip gloss. Why didn't I get a lip gloss? Probably because it was like 6 in the morning. That's probably why I didn't get a lip gloss. But okay, future things to come. I'm not really a big lip gloss girly anyway. I like more like lip oils anyway, so maybe it made sense to me in the moment not to get a lip gloss. Or maybe it was just like, it was like that last product that was going to take me over the edge and I was just going to not be able to stomach the price tag of this video. But I don't know. I don't remember what my mindset was. Let's grab these 2 lip liners. I'm going to swatch them both and show you which ones I'm going to use. More than likely, I'm going to end up using both, okay? Because one's deeper and one's more neutral. So I have... well, once you open it up... Okay, O2 and O5. So let's start with O2. That is O2. It's like a soft mauve. I am pumped for these lip liners. I really hope they don't let me down. Okay. And of course, it's definitely going to pull more warm on me because my lips are super pigmented. Creamy. Very easy to apply. I have to call Mitch because he needs to get me something out of my makeup kit. I'm so sorry. Hold on.
Oh, hello. Are you ready for egg bites?
No, but I have a quick question. I'm still filming, but I have a favor. I needed to phone a friend.
Okay, yeah.
In my car, in my trunk. Can you get me out my makeup kit, the loose bag that's just like, it's like that black Rebel bag?
Okay, hold on.
Can you bring that to me out here?
Let me see what we got here real quick. Hold on. Loose Rebel bag.
Yeah. It's just like on its own.
Yep. Okay, we're coming in.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Yay, Mitch. Okay. Yay, Mitch. And in that meantime, he's grabbing it right now. And there's one last product. And it's the reason why I didn't buy this product because it's also expensive. And I already have it in my Pro Kit. So I'm going to grab it from my Pro Kit. And we're going to use it for our highlighting. So here's Mitch. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're so kind. Oh! Wait, can I get back to you?
Yeah.
Hold on. Ah.
Oh.
Thank you. This is it. It's the Victoria Beckham highlighter. These are fantastic, but I just couldn't justify buying another one because I have so many highlighters in my personal collection. So I thought, let me just pull it from my Pro Kit, but I forgot to do it before this video. So we'll add this in just a bit. And it's literally one of my favorite products. Andrea Ali turned me onto this product. She was so in love with it. The way she talked about it, I was like, add to cart. Put in my cart right now, and she's so right, as she is with most of her, all of her recommendations, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of O5 now on top, and we're going to just basically contour some more with this deeper shade. But Victoria Beckham has some phenomenal lip liners. These feel amazing. Do a little soft blend. And again, it's a bummer that everything pulls so warm on my lips, but it is what it is. Now let's add Girl to the top. That is the lipstick that I chose. I am so excited for this. Doesn't smell like anything. Ooh, oh my gosh. This is like a dream lip combo for me. This is the kind of lip combo that I had dreams about. This is like the perfect lip combo, in my opinion. Ooh. Maybe that's why I didn't get gloss too. These are very creamy. That is a gorgeous color. Absolutely love that. And I'm going to grab O2 one more time, because you're going to see the entire process, all the layering, all the blending, everything. Like something's getting a little patchy right there. Just melt these worlds together a bit more. Finish that up. Loving the eyes so much. I just have to show you up close one more time how pretty that mink shade is. Like, look at that. And the eyeliners, now that they're set, they're not going anywhere, nowhere. All right, favorite parts of this video. This is already cleaned, and I basically like scrape off the top when I'm using this product. It's one of the products that I asked when I got my makeup kit, my pro kit, depotted. It's one of these products I asked not to depot specifically, because I like to use this for different ways. Anyway, long story short, this is the last product that we'll be using in this video, and that seems hard to believe because this video, to me, hopefully to you as well, flew by in 2 seconds. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to grab a clean N14 brush. This is the Victoria Beckham. It's like a highlighting balm stick. I can't remember the actual technical name. It's going to be linked, don't worry, so you can check it out. But this is the shade Pearl. And Pearl, let me just show you on my hand how absolutely stunning that is. It gives you the most wet, luxe, expensive glow imaginable. It's a showstopper product. So I'm going to pick up carefully a decent amount with my N14. We're going to take this. We're going to first hit, oh yeah, top of the nose. We leave out the center. We hit the tip right there. And we're going to carefully place some more right here. One thing about this product, it never messes up set makeup. So like if you're putting this on top of powder blush even, things like that, of course be very careful, but in my experience it's never ruined my makeup. It lays very nice. Right on top. Can you see that? Look at that. For photo shoots, there's nothing like this product. There's absolutely nothing like this product. Let's just do a little bit here too, because why not? Look at that. It's ridiculous. It is such a great product. Such a fantastic product that I've loved for a long time. Okay, I'm going to quickly round up my favorite things from this video. The eyeshadow palette was fantastic. I think 2 of the things that stood out, oh god, a lot of things stood out. Actually, I'm a liar. A lot of things stood out. The mink eyeshadow that I have all over my eyelids now, showstopper. Like, you could put this all over by itself, forget about all the blending underneath. You don't even need it because this looks so pretty on its own, and you'll definitely see me using this for sure. I'm going to pick up more colors and I'll probably put them in my pro kit, but this is like, if there's one thing to get, wow, that's stunning. The lipstick, absolutely love the shade, love the formula, love how creamy it went on, but how fully pigmented it is. So this is a top favorite as well. I love the blush. I love the blush shade that I picked out. I love the formula. It was really easy to work with. That's a great, great product. The lip liners, fantastic. Love them both. I love the shades I picked up. Very, very happy with this decision. to get these 2 shades and not just one. So again, 02 and 05 are what I have on my lips right now. Phenomenal, easy to work with formula. The eyeshadow primer was really good too. Like I really enjoyed this as well. I don't know if it's like my absolute favorite that I tried from this video, but I really like this. So I'll continue to wear this, test it out. The mascara, I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I do, but I do really like it. It's not like run out and get it right away, but if you happen to pick it up, I think you're gonna enjoy it. Will I repurchase this? No, but I'm going to enjoy it. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna get my money's worth, like you know I do on this channel. I did actually end up loving the contour stylo. I do wish I picked up a cooler, lighter shade, but that's my mistake. And so I'll probably end up, I don't know, I'll probably end up repurposing this for my pro kit, to be quite honest. And I'll end up getting a lighter shade and you'll see me use that for sure. But the formula is definitely worth repurchasing. So that says a lot because it was pricey. Love that. You'll see me use this more and I'll give you my continued thoughts on the tinted brow gel. It was a very wet formula, so I'll have to keep playing with it a little bit more than I did in this video, so please excuse me for that. So more thoughts on this to come. But the brow pencil, phenomenal. Wow, wow, wow. Like that is a great formula pencil. Really fantastic. She knows what she's doing because she's like a no brow girly like me. So like, it's like her and Christine Dominique. They just know brow products and they know what's going to work. So fantastic. Definitely worth the splurge. And you'll see me use this probably all the time. I wouldn't repurchase this and I'm not going to get another color in it because it's just not suitable for my skin at this stage in my life, okay? That might change in 10 years, who knows, and hopefully you'll stick around with me for the next 10 years and we'll discover new products together. But for me now, this is just way too emollient and it felt borderline greasy on my skin. So this was a no for me, and unless you have really dry skin under your eyes or in general where you want to conceal, then I would say skip this. So only for dry skin girlies and guys out there, not really suitable for oily skin people like me. So that's my thoughts on that. And then she doesn't have a foundation. Let's talk about the eyeliners. I've already mentioned 1,000 times, I think, at this point that I love her eyeliners and I will continue to love them. You'll see me definitely use jeans in a different video, so stay tuned for that. I'll probably post it in like a short form video to come. But the 2 shades that I wore in this video, Cocoa and Smoky Quartz, wow, phenomenal, absolutely gorgeous. If you want a good deep brown, get Cocoa. And if you want something fun for like an evening out, Smoky Quartz all on the bottom lash line. How pretty was that? That was so pretty. The palette was really nice. If you want to splurge on yourself and splurge on a quad shadow palette, I don't think you'll be mad at it. Do I think it's the most necessary? No. Will it look really beautiful on your makeup counter in your bathroom? Yes. Will it make you feel a little bougie like Victoria Beckham? I'd say 105% yes. So buy it with those things in mind, but just know that you don't need to spend that much on an eyeshadow palette, especially a quad. But I do enjoy it and you'll see me use it for sure. The bronzer I do need more time with. I don't have like a final thought on this formula. I need more time and I need to put it on different formula foundations too and really get in there a little bit differently and really get my fingers and my hands wet with it essentially. So give me a little bit more time with this. It's fine. I'm just not like, I don't have a full conclusion on whether or not I recommend this one yet. So if you have thoughts on it, leave them in the comments below because it will help us all out as a community. The glow stick, the highlighter, fantastic, fantastic formula product that is so, so beautiful. But this is it. This is the full face of Victoria Beckham Beauty. Completely uncut. I don't have lipstick on my teeth. That's good. Completely uncut. I hope you enjoyed seeing the entire process, all the blending, mistakes, you name it. You got to see the entire process from beginning to end. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts are below if you plan on picking up any of these products from VBB, Victoria Beckham Beauty. And if you're one of the people that requested this video, this one was for you and I really hope you enjoyed it. So thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye.